Yoel Roth is a nasty man, and I use the term man very lightly in this regard. If you guys don't know and haven't been paying attention over the past week or so, basically Elon Musk has been using a few journalists by the name of Matt Taibbi, Barry Weiss, and others to go through past records of Twitter and uncover government collusion, unfair suspensions, signs of political biases being exercised by independent workers for the company. And boy, there's a lot. For this video, because I've made a few on different topics, but for this video specifically, we're going to be taking a look at not necessarily the Twitter files themselves, but one of the people who has been in control of managing the Twitter, the accounts and the dissemination of information among the user base. And that is a gentleman by the name of Yoel Roth, who was basically appointed as the leader of this shadow committee for managing the dissemination of content and information from high-profile accounts, is what I would say. Really everybody, but specifically high-profile accounts. This person worked in hand with the FBI in order to remove stories and information from being seen by the American people because of the danger that they presented to democracy. You know, that good old threat to democracy. But what we're coming to find out is that essentially these were power focus sessions on strategizing how to totally put a chokehold on information that is coming out from conservative sources or anything. It doesn't matter the source. What matters is, does it go against the political agenda of essentially the left? And I really hate to boil it down to that, because when you start talking about things like, oh, it's the left doing this, you sound like one of those old conservatives. But it's really, there's really no easier way to describe it concisely. And they have formed a very galvanized, concise, crystallized unit. So it's easy to identify the elements of what's going on. Furthermore, the most important thing to me, the most interesting thing that's going on is certain indicators of beliefs of Yoel Roth, and then that being indicators of how information has been handled. And this is outside of the political realm because it's more important to me. Politics is never ending. Pedophilia, however, is a pressing issue. And the reason that I mention that and make this transition is because Yoel Roth has had a colored past when it comes to sexuality, minors, homosexuality, and the access of information to information and explicit content to people who are under the age of 18. This person actually wrote their college thesis on why, well, it was about Grindr, but a big part of it was that underage youth should be allowed access to dating sites like Grindr, where we know that it's not really so much relationship focused as it is focused on casual encounters, is what we will say. So this is a person who has been in charge of basically controlling whenever information as far as sexually explicit content to children, sexually explicit content of children, and the calling out and spreading of information in regards to pedophilia. I don't know if you remember, but just a few months ago, anybody who went on to Twitter and said the word groomer or called somebody groomer would be flagged for hate speech and essentially banned. Now, with the information that comes out about the people who were in charge of making the decisions of who does get banned, it seems to make a lot of sense why they were choosing to target certain people, spreading certain kind of information rather than other things that maybe the American people would consider important, or on a global level, people in positions of power in other countries that may have unsavory comments or themes floating around on their social media sites. Basically, there's an uneven level of censorship, and the political thing is one level, but when we're talking about people who are actively running cover for pedophilia and trying to eliminate visibility of active pedophilia issues that are going on, well, that's a whole nother level of evil, and it perks my ears up and it draws me in that direction. And I hope that for anybody who is looking to reduce the issue of pedophilia in America and in the world is paying attention to these kind of things, and that this video is useful for you. I know this isn't one of those videos where I go in depth and break down, well, when he was 19 years old, he went to there, because that's all been done before. This is for anybody who happens to check out my videos, who might be seeing the few things that are going on over there on Twitter. I'm just telling you, it would be worth your due diligence to check out what Yoel Roth has been doing, what he thinks, what he believes, and who has been in control of the spread of information across this platform known as Twitter over the past few years. It's very interesting information, and it's all available for you right there on Twitter. You can find, if you just search Twitter files here on YouTube, I'm sure you'll find many different videos. I know Tim Pool's been doing a pretty good job of covering it. The Quartering has been doing a good job of covering it. Steven Crowder. So I have no shame in bringing up these guys, because they're honestly the people who I follow, as well as, you know, my firsthand reading the actual Twitter files as they come out there. But it's a lot and it's a mess. So stay informed, though. Don't let any of that discourage you from gathering the information that you need in order to feel comfortable knowing what's going on in the world around you, because it's a lot, man. And trust me, they're not going to stop you from being ignorant if that's what you choose to do. I hope that you choose something better for yourself. Have a great rest of your day.